Rachel Joyce, congratulations to a well-deserved victory at the Roth 2012, also European Championships. How do you feel right now? What are your thoughts, and where do you reflect this victory? Maybe did you anticipate it in early training sessions already?
I'm kind of over the moon. I'm really delighted with this. You know, it's an iconic race, and to win it's a really good feeling. But coming into this, my training's been pretty up and down. I've kind of been struggling with a few niggles, and 4 weeks ago I was unsure I'd even make the start line, and I spoke to my coach, and he was of the view that we should cut it from my schedule, and he thought we'd agreed that, but I didn't get in touch with Felix because I was like, I really want to race. And then I had a good performance in Kansas, 70.3, and that convinced him that I could start. And I didn't have the run volume that I would have liked coming into it, so that played on my mind a little bit, but I'm quite good at putting those thoughts out of my mind. And I really wanted to win. I knew it would be tough to do, so I just was happy that I was able to put a good race together and achieve my goal.
You changed some aspects of your training and also of your setup during the winter break. What was a key factor in your today's performance, maybe? One of the things I've done is move to Boulder, Colorado, and it's just an amazing place for training. You know, we live so I can just roll out the door on my bike, and immediately the roads are fantastic. There's climbing, there's flats, and the running trails are amazing, and it's at 1,600 meters, which always helps. And I seem to have adapted well to altitude training, and I've also been working on other things. I've had some kind of iron deficiency problems, and I've really addressed that in the last 3 months, and that makes a difference, especially on the bike, where I would kind of lose power because of that. And then also I have the P5, which I just love that bike, and I actually made quite a massive change 6 days ago by putting on a lower stem, and it was a bit of a risk, but it was similar to the position I'd been riding all winter before I got the P5, and I felt really comfortable in training, and it made me more aero, so I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. And I'm really pleased I did, because it was very windy out there today, and I think being tucked down a bit lower probably made some difference. Well, they had challenging conditions today, especially on the first half of the bike course. Did you set some mental key points which you wanted to achieve, or where you wanted to be in the race or during the race out on the course? You always have to kind of go into a race ready for different scenarios. And to be honest, I thought, having started with the age group, sub-9 group, I thought there may be more people around in groups. But I didn't have any groups. I was caught by the second group of professional men at about 160k, which I was quite proud of, actually. But it meant that I was kind of very much motivating myself. And I always think that on the bike, the race doesn't really start till 120k. And I kind of put a bit of a kick in then, and was still feeling strong. You know, my legs were tired, but I could still push. And so that was the main key point. And the main thing with any long distance racing is you have to kind of keep focused, because it's easy, you know, if you're feeling bad, to kind of drift off and start to think that's your race gone. But I always kind of tell myself that, you know, it's like a roller coaster, and you're going to ride this kind of trough, and then you'll feel good again, and it usually works. So yeah. And then on the run, that was something that I kind of went out quite quickly on the run. I wasn't sure. I haven't had the run volume that I would have liked. So I thought if I could go out fast, maybe people would think I could maintain it and not chase so hard. But, you know, Sonia and Julia and a lot of the girls would never give up. So it's a bit of a redundant tactic. But
then I had to, mentally it was quite tough because the irritation I've had in my leg flared up a little bit and I was getting a bit of pain, and I never before it's kind of meant I've had to kind of stop training and walk home, but the crowds here, I kind of like just focused on that and just kept putting one foot in front of the other, and yeah, it paid off.
Your results over the last years have been a constant step-by-step improvement, and you've won Ironman Lanzarote. And does the Challenge Roth then is it the next step towards maybe the big race in October?
Yeah, I think so. I'm actually really happy that my progress has. Some people would get frustrated, but it means I've really appreciated every time I've got better. Like, I can really relish it. Nothing's come quickly. There's been quite a lot of hard work in the background, and I love this sport, and I'm just happy that I keep getting better. And if you'd have asked me 4 years ago that if I would consider myself a contender for Kona, I would have laughed out loud. But now I believe that I'm one of the girls that can fight for the title. So, yeah. That all eyes, Roth was my aim now, and now my focus will turn to Kona.
Do you have any in-between goal which you're going to go for, or are you going straight into the preparation for Kona with recovery and preparation afterwards?
I'm going to have recovery time, a couple of weeks, pretty much very light training or nothing at all, and then I'll do 170.3 between now and Kona, but I kind of like to have I want to kind of spend a week really getting my injury cleaned out, so I start my Kona prep fit and raring to go. So, but I think it's important to have the 2 weeks, take a mid-season break so that mentally I'm refreshed. It's really hard to kind of put in an effort like I've put in today and expect to go straight back to training. You've got to be excited about the next goal, and a bit of time off helps with that.
So you're going to have 2 nice weeks in Europe before heading back to Colorado?
Yeah.
Well then, have a nice recovery, enjoy your time, and looking forward to see you perform as good as today.
Thanks very much. Thank you.